LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
My best friend.
Hi, welcome to part 2 of the LTS podcast. Remember, these podcasts are posted, the audio version at least, are posted every Tuesday of the week, unless otherwise told. And there's a video portion of this podcast that is on YouTube. So if you'd like to follow that one, follow the links in the description. So, see you then. Marcos out.
So yeah, Marcos.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so basically that's what it is. I mean, we live in a situation where the city is allowing you not only the drugs, but the place where you can comfortably shoot up drugs into your body, and it's
Sorry
being paid. No, you're good, and it's being funded by your tax dollars. It's like, it's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, it's a slippery slope.
I was saying, you guys want to go into the anime?
Yes, please take it away, Marquitos, with the intro.
4,
Just do it.
3.
One more thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the
やれだぜ。Yes. Like you cut, G. Damn.
And welcome to our anime section.
Yes.
Marcos, Josue, are you ready?
Yes, I actually have one
Yeah,
thing.
go ahead,
is
bro.
That, there's a new anime coming out where, the main character is trying to get after this person because he owes him money. And
Stop talking about our life, Josue.
Oh no!
Imagine.
Oh no!
no, with
I've been trying to dodge you for years.
I
it
told
called-
this.
LTS anime.
Yes. No, but I started talking to you guys earlier about this, but with Bleach now out and about, I think 2 episodes deep, something I'd like to go over is what's it called? The weapons of choice for a Shinigami / Soul Reaper / Hollow /
A nice sword.
Yes.
/ staying humble.
A nice machete, of course.
But yeah, it's their weapon of choice, which is a sword, but they have dubbed it a Sanbakuto. Marcos, do you know what Sanbakuto is?
These hands.
These hands, they're really
It's sort
key
of,
for everyone.
kind of.
Bruh.
Oh
Bruh.
no!
Bruh. You take my but yeah, just like I said, since Bleach is out, something I want to go over is their weapon of choice, which is, like I said, the Sanbakuto. The Sanbakuto is like the weapon that they have. It's what they swing around to kill the hollows. And
hollow.
essentially, if they ever find like a good spirit, they can, take the hilt of it and then stamp it on his forehead to say, this one's good.
They've been
It
blessed.
sends them to heaven. So the Sanbakuto is, from what I remember, they can vary from different sizes and shape depending on the spiritual pressure of the owner. For example, most cases
They measure pressure?
But that's what they call their like chi chakra thing.
PSI,
Spiritual
come
pressure.
on.
No, spiritual pressure. So typically the Zanpakutos are like the size of a katana. I think they have actual measurements here.
Dang.
Yeah. So it's about 23.9 inches, and it can be longer. But for the main character, Ichigo Kurisaki,
Yes.
this guy's Zanpakuto is massive. It's
Like
like
13 feet long.
Imagine. But no, it's like I think we all saw it was about his height, right? It basically
Yeah. What is he, like
What is-
6 feet?
yeah.
Look,
No, I think
there's
like-
probably a wiki for that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Probably.
check over here. He was 5'8" at the beginning of the arc.
This arc or
Bleach.
of Bleach?
Oh
There you go.
wow.
So he was a little bit below average.
In
And,
Japanese culture, I think that's normal. Or
Well, no, yeah,
tall.
he'll be tall in Japanese time. But
True.
Calm your excitement, Hustle. Calm
his
down.
his Zanpakuto was massive, so that indicated that he had a large spiritual pressure built up
A big
inside
toe.
of him.
Yes.
Yes. The first form that we will see later down the line is called their Shikai, where they have to learn. Yeah, to activate it, the Shinigami needs to learn the name of their Zanpakuto. This is not as easy as simply picking a name, but the living spirit of the Zanpakuto already has his own name. Shinigami must be able to communicate and harmonize with the Zanpakuto effectively, which requires to be able to speak the spirit within its world. Gaining access to one Shikai and releasing it for the first time is known as manifestation. So basically, they have to speak with their Zanpakuto
With their chest.
to learn the phrase and the name to unlock their Shikai, which is like their true form. For example, I think they have some examples here.
Yeah, because they have two, right? Two, I guess steps to it. It's
All Shinigami?
Shikai and then Bankai, right?
Yeah, that's the second one. So, for example, for Renji, he has to say how Zabimaru to release the Shikai. For Kenpachi, he has to say drink
Is an
Nuzarashi.
alcoholic?
Yes.
Sort of.
So yeah.
Blood alcohol.
So that's I think there are some cases where they don't have to say a phrase, because I think Ichigo, once he released his Shikai, it kind of just stayed there.
Huh.
It just stayed.
Right,
He
right.
didn't he didn't consult the doctor?
No, it just stayed like that.
Just as a heads up, the average height of a 17-year-old Japanese man is
He was 15.
170.7. Yeah, it's 170.7 centimeters, which is 5'6". So he is tall
Okay.
for the average Japanese man.
And then like Alan said, the next evolution to this is the Bankai. And that is
what was it?
Bankai.
Yes.
Senbun Sakura Gagiyoshi.
And in order to gain this
Flipping
form, it is known that when a Shinigami achieved it, they would possess an evolved Zanpakuto. To achieve Bankai, one must be able to materialize and subjugate their Zanpakuto spirit. Materialization means the opposite of getting dragged into the Zanpakuto's inner world. The wielder needs to summon the Zanpakuto spirit into the physical world. It usually takes 10 years or more to achieve it, plus the experience needed to master it. Despite the Zanpakuto spirit being subjugated for their Shinigami to learn Bankai, the Zanpakuto also becomes stronger and learns Bankai at precisely the moment the Shinigami learns it. Even though Bankai is the final stage of a Zanpakuto, it doesn't mean the Shinigami's strength ends there. A Bankai, especially one recently obtained, can evolve even further as the Shinigami gets stronger. Furthermore, obtaining a Bankai allows the Shinigami to release their Shikai without calling its name, although some Shinigamis still choose to release their Shikai by calling its name. So, and that's what
Yes.
that's the
whole. I guess you can say that's the
Entire sheath of the sword.
the shaft.
That's
Hey,
the sword of it.
And
I was
today,
the power schematic of their power system.
today I wanna, because a lot of the Bankais, especially at least right now, it's in the anime, not the newer arc, but now, a lot of Bankais have like very simple, and you don't see the more complicated ones till the 1,000-year Blood War. For example, we have the Bankai of captain of the first squad, Gitsu squad,
Genryusai.
Yeah.
Genryusai Yamamoto.
And for context, his Shikai is Vyujin Chaka, the flowing blade-like flame. It's like one of those
What's the safe word?
shikais that
What's the safe word?
reduce all creation to ash.
That's not a safe word.
That's an awesome safe
That's
word.
a trigger word. That's a trigger word.
Or okay, how about this? All things in the universe turn to ashes.
I like that one. Yes.
I said stop,
Yamamoto
not
is,
turn it on. Turn it off, not turning on.
Is,
Turn
is
it
like
on.
I think right now the only Zanpakuto, or at least for characters that are main characters, that we don't see like a shikai, like I guess like a humanized form. Because for Ichigo we had old man Zangetsu, and the Hollow Ichigo we had like there. I think there's a little like side arc or like a filler where they saw like their I guess like their actual physical forms and not their shikai forms. And the old man was the only one. I mean, then again, I think it was also the only one that had actually obeyed their owner's commands still after the whole filler arc. So his shikai, it becomes just a giant mess of flames that he controls.
Burn, baby, burn.
It's really he has to be very careful with it because he can easily start burning people around him, and they don't have to be enemies to burn. They could also be
friend or
friendlies.
foe. Dang.
And with that, this is the reason why he hasn't used his Bankai. His Bankai will kill people around him.
No questions asked.
So he hasn't, and this is like a spoiler, I guess, for the Bleach anime. He doesn't use his Bankai until he faces the main villain of the new arc. And his Bankai is Zanka no Tachi.
No Tachi, okay.
The long sword of the remnant flame. In its Bankai, the blade takes the form of an ancient and worn katana, severely scorched by fire.
Oof.
Its special ability is, upon activation, any flames previously produced by Yujin Jaka are absorbed into the blade. Zankai no Tachi incorporates the full power of Yamamoto's flame into the blade. The flames within the blade burn anything it cuts out of existence.
Dang.
Zankai no Tachi, it has the side effect of depleting the moisture in the entire area, or at least the size of the Sirite, causing the air and water to dry up. Even Toshiro's Bankai, Dangurin Hagurin Maru, cannot be used, for its ice melts due to the intense heats of Zankai no Tachi. No flames are visible as if it's cut. Yamamoto claims releasing his Bankai clads both into his blades and into his body in the flames of the sun. Even Retsu Unohana believes that Zankai no Tachi flames can incinerate the entirety of the Soul Society if left activated for too long. So for this reason, he hasn't used it for a while. So basically,
he needs to go to another dimension. They try it out.
Basically, he can't use it with other people because it would. I remember in the manga at least, the two they're like the two strongest captains, I think. I forgot, like Shinsui, and I forgot who the other guy was. They felt the effects of his Bankai, and they were at least like miles away. They're like, my lips got chapped. He's like, yeah, my throat is dry. And they're like, oh, he used his Bankai. And so his Bankai has 4 different forms, and they're all based on the cardinal directions, so north, south, east, and west. And yeah, they're incredibly powerful. We have the east, which automatically activated at release. This ability concentrates the intense flames of the sword along the tip of the blade. It neither burns nor erupts, but anything it touches is eradicated to nothingness. Even the defensive power of Wonder Rick's blue vein cannot stand up against his technique. Then there's Zankai no Tachi West, which is also automatically activated at release. But this ability is unseen by the eyes of anyone else unless Yamamoto wills it to be seen. It engulfs his body in heat, which reaches a temperature upwards of of 15 million degrees. It doesn't say Celsius or Fahrenheit. but therefore it becomes impossible to even touch him while he is using his Bankai. The level of heat produced by this technique is so high, it would not actually appear in the form of flames.
Plasma.
And then there's the south variant, which impaling the tip of his sword into the ground, Yamamoto calls upon the corpses and ashes of the dead who were killed by his flame to come forth and fight on his behalf. They emerge from a rupture in the ground, which comes with enough force to decimate. I forget what is this like. I forgot what this was. The holy chant is it's a Quincy spell. It's a Sankit Sawinger.
That's okay.
Using the heat of this sword on their ashes, he can rouse all the people he has killed, allowing the corpses to become his limbs and attack whoever he deems his enemy until they become dust. He can bring forth any specific corpse that he wishes, allowing him to inflict psychological damage upon those with connections to those he has slain. And then the last variant, which is the North variant, heaven and earth end in ashes. A slash of concentrated fire and heat which incinerates whatever it touches out of existence.
He's a dangerous person.
Yeah.
Seems like a jolly old fellow. Yeah, he seems great.
Is he a villain?
No, he's the captain of the first squad.
Sounds like villain material right now.
No. He's a great leader.
Yes. He's been serving as a leader for hundreds of years. At least
He's
a
wise man.
Does he? He's dangerous.
No, he's a brolic old man.
That's why he hasn't used his Bankai in a while.
He's a nice guy.
Hopefully, he doesn't unsheath those powers anytime soon.
No, he won't.
Even though people say bet, no, people that say bet, they die.
Oh, hold my beer.
And I think this Bankai is like either the strongest or like one of the strongest.
Yeah, I'm calling the strongest at least.
That's definitely, yeah. I mean,
it has to be.
It's no Ichigo Kurosaki Bankai, but it's I.
No, it gets the job done.
Yes, it does.
But yeah, that's
take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
He's like, because you'll need it.
I must meditate.
Yeah, that was old man's Yamamoto's Bankai. He's like, Bankai, Sankai no Tachi.
It always sounds like please no touchy. Something no
yes.
touchy. Oh, Sankai no Tachi.
Burns when unsheathed.
No, it burns so hot that you can't even see like flames or like you just, and when he released it, it's just a little smoke comes out because it's that concentrated.
People wanted the smoke and they got the fire instead.
Yeah.
Gotta hit him with the oh my.
Gotta hit them with the Bankai.
Who's next?
Yes.
Who's next?
Oh no, that was the only one.
No, because he's a crazy cool character. I think anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, every time this man, he doesn't even need to use his Bankai for majority of the fights. His Shikai alone was enough to make Aizen be afraid of his Shikai. His Shikai alone.
Aizen.
Yeah.
Who considered himself a higher being.
Yes. He had to make plans to hold back his Shikai, which he did. I think he did it with one of the Rankars. It subdued his Shikai.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this Shikai alone was enough to bring people into their knees and be like, oh, you gotta
yield.
Take care of this one.
And wasn't like Aizen like up there and compared to him?
Yeah, because his
intelligent wise, right?
Yeah,
his intellect.
And also
he was just like
his Shikai also was like pretty powerful because
illusions.
The illusions were like pretty real.
Loki style.
Basically.
So someone with the likes of Aizen, who mind you also took over Waco Mundo, had to make preparations to subdue his Shikai. And even then it didn't even do anything because him alone is enough to his hands are rated E for everyone.
Yes, everyone.
E.
Yeah, Yeah, basically. He's one crazy guy.
Yeah, this guy is like, you think holding back my Shikai means I'm powerless? How dare you? Let me take off my shirt and show
Yes.
you my scars
flex
and
on
my
you.
muscles.
Flex
I
on
was
you
like,
one
what are you gonna
time.
do there, old man? Oh my.
Oh
He's like,
my.
oh my. He's like, this beard ain't for nothing.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. And even when he lost an arm, bro, my man is
How did he
straight
even
up.
lose it?
Well, if you got to watch the show if you want to find out.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Absolutely, dude. Oh yeah, I mean when he is on point, all the moisture in all of the Serite, all of what's it called? The
Wakamundo, the desert.
no
That
no
one
no
was
no.
Soul Society.
Oh.
Soul Society gets evaporated just by him flexing his muscles, bro, with his sword, bro. That is crazy. That's why it's like considered one, if not the strongest. What's it called?
Bankai.
Yeah, Bankai's in
Force
the
of
verse.
nature.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
mean,
his
mind you-
Bankai was like a last case scenario, which is what he resorted to.
Yes. But I mean, unfortunately, for those that are manga readers, you already know what happens. But
Don't know how it is.
yeah. No, but I mean, despite all that, I mean, I thought he is a great character, and I think him at some point giving Ichigo a shot, to continue being the substitute Soul Reaper, like obviously shows the character growth in him, because he was very opposed to him being a substitute Soul Reaper. He did not like the fact, but as the story progresses, you see how the character development really shines, and not only with him but all of the other captains, or the other basically captains of each of the what is it, 12? I
13.
think 13 Gote 13, and each of them slowly figure out that Ichigo is about his business. He's a man of his word.
He's alright.
And he's definitely alright. And puts his money where his mouth is. He's a man of integrity. So it's awesome to see that character development.
It was Yamamoto who gave the okay to give back Ichigo's powers.
Right, in the Fullbringer arc, absolutely.
Yeah,
Which is amazing. It's awesome, magnanimous even.
it was crazy. He was like, man. He's like, that was easier than expected.
Why? Thank you. Yeah,
And then
man.
and only then.
Yo, really quick, guys, have you guys seen what's it called, Chainsaw Man at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do you guys think as far as the anime is, like the
I think you should have read the
animation? No, the animation.
Oh, it was really good, I think.
The story.
Did
is
you
okay.
think it was better than Bleach's anime? I mean, movie quality
Nah.
first episode?
No, I don't
Not
think so.
right. I mean,
think
they're
the
doing an
CGI
okay
thing
job.
as a in the fight scene with the CGI as him.
It's a
That
little
was like kind of weird,
Man.
but it's really good. It's really
story wise.
good. Yeah,
Which one would you like more, My Hero Academia or Chainsaw Man?
Chainsaw Man.
Dang.
I don't know. This last episode of My Hero with what's her name, with the bunny girl, what's her face?
Yo, she's a fighter.
She's stacked.
She's a rabbit. Rabbit.
A ravenous rabbit.
Yes.
She's like, I'm ready to die any day.
Oh man,
Basically.
dude.
No health insurance, hate me.
That's crazy funny, bro. No, but the fact that I don't know if I don't want to spoil or anything, but the fight scene, even though it wasn't like very long, I thought it was really well paced. It was well executed. Animation was very fluid, and you actually feel for her and the situation she's in and what her goal is. I thought it was pretty well done. I don't know if you guys saw the episode or whatnot.
I saw up to the whole thing with well, is it still safe? Is it safe to spoil right now what our episodes are up to?
I have no idea. I mean, it's up to you, buddy.
But I've been watching this season except this episode that came out this week. So
Okay.
up until then, like right now, it's been good. It's been good the story wise, and I've always been here. Oh, this season gets good, man. This season gets really good. What do you guys think? Like, how's it been progressive since?
I think it's better than last season, to be quite honest.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't go stretch and be like, oh, this is the, season, the epitome of all this, My Hero Academia season. I don't know. What I am excited for is the new Hunter, anime announcement, or more than anything else, the manga announcement of like what's getting released and what's going to potentially going to get animated at some point. So I think that's definitely a good look.
Knowing the backstory of the creator right now with his health, it's a really good thing.
It's true.
And hopefully,
true.
his health is getting better. Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. As far as that show goes, I don't know if I mentioned it last recording about that anime that's like a Netflix exclusive with, I forgot the name of it, but it's something with
the
bastard
cyberpunk?
in the name.
The cyberpunk
something with bastard in the name, which I thought was hilarious. I don't know if you guys caught wind of it or have watched it.
What was the plot about? What was the plot?
He's some sort of like crazy powerful mage that was sealed into the body of a young boy, and that young boy has a caretaker, which is a virgin girl, and his
Maria,
limiter,
I think her name is, right?
I think so, and the limiter or the unlocking of that, I guess you can say the where he was locked in the boy's body is a kiss from said girl, and he basically comes out and like butt naked basically and starts whooping ass.
He becomes ready to eat for everyone.
Right. And then he gets locked back into the little kid's body. I also think because of a kiss or whatnot. But the thing is that he hates everything and he wants to destroy everything. But the only thing he can't or doesn't want to is things that the little kid loves, and he so happens to love very much. Not in a weird, creepy way, but he has affection for Maria or whatever the girl's name, the caretaker. Yeah, the caretaker is, and he just can't see himself killing her or being mean or bad to her.
Just smash
again. There's some comedic elements to it, which I find very funny because it's like, more on the adult humor side and just
wholesome humor, man.
Yeah, sure. Let's call it wholesome, right? But yeah. I think it's worth giving a shot to watch. Other than that, I don't know if anything in this season it like piques your interest. As far as like I can remember, I think there's maybe a few what's it called? A few truck coons hitting people getting isekai. But I don't know.
Not this season. Not that I know of this season.
No,
I don't think so. If anything, it's been Mob Psycho.
That's been pretty good.
It's been Mob Psycho.
Absolutely.
Chainsaw Man, My Hero, Bleached Up, and what was the other one? There was another one. Did I say My Hero already? Yeah, I said My Hero.
No, the isekai ones are the one that dude
Spy
becomes
X
a sword.
Spy X Family,
right?
And
the dude that
the family X Family.
Right, Zaki-chan wants to hang out.
Zaki-chan.
That's a different kind of wholesome one. But still kind of
more than a married couple, but not lovers.
I guess.
I guess yes, definitely.
Really
question mark.
I haven't seen that one. I can confidently say
one that. Again, the one that the dude becomes a sword. That's the isekai one, and then the other one where I think he's called a tamer, if I'm not mistaken, and he has like some.
Tamer.
Yeah, he becomes the strongest the one, right? And he switches classes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
And any love triangle one this season?
Uzaki-chan? I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe, but that's just like platonic. Like they want to insinuate that they want to become lovers. Like even like
No, I'm pretty sure.
One.
No, I'm pretty sure Uzaki Chan's mom wants to, get with the Uzaki. Yeah, Uzaki Chan's boyfriend.
best friend.
Her friend.
I remember the freaking link you shared last time, Alan.
Whoa, why are you
I'm not saying
trying to
it's
throw me under the bus with anything like that, bro? I didn't send you nothing, bruh.
for the figureine.
Oh, yes. That was all me. I take full responsibility
I'm
and
thinking
credit
over
for
here.
that.
I'm pressing charges on him.
Yeah. I think you telling the good folks out here listening to us that I'm sending you naughty links, bro. I don't do that, bro.
No, I already have my repertoire of dojins. Don't you worry.
Yes, I only send you wholesome, nice, good links,
Figurine links.
sir. That's right. Nothing but the best for my guys.
What about you, Josue? Any comments
Did you
about
guys?
that?
Did you actually? I don't know, Josue. Did you see the link that I sent about
Which one?
a set
figurine?
figurine? Because I know
No, not the
Marvel's for.
figurine. I remember the other one.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what was the other one? Was it the
bodybuilder one?
Dakimakura? Yes,
There you go.
Dakimakura.
Mhm.
Well, just think about it. It's the same thing, but in figure form. Let's just say that.
Nice. But in
He's like the
plastic
same
form.
goodness.
A PVC, nothing but the best for my guys.
Polyurethane, polycarbonate in a nice little base.
Yes. Nicest base. Yes. I mean, other than that, I don't know. I haven't really, gone, balls deep into any of the shows really.
Me
for the
neither. Me
season.
neither. Yeah. What I have been seeing on Netflix is something about like Halloween related called The Day Shift. Have you heard about this movie?
Nope.
No.
I forgot this character. Let me look it up real quick. The name of the character, the name of the actress.
Mahogany.
Do you think you hooked me up with this also as well? I forgot it.
What's it called? Day Shift?
Day Shift cast.
Bless you.
I know that Snoop Dogg is in it.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx?
There you go, Jamie Foxx.
Well, you confused Jamie and Snoop Dogg, bro?
No.
No. He said Snoop Dogg was in it.
They're both.
Oh, yeah, he's
both
in it.
Oh.
There's Dave Franco, Natasha Leo Bordizzo, Megan Good, Carla Souza, Steve Howie? Yeah, Howie. Scott Adkins, Oliver Masucci, Snoop Dogg, Eric Lang, Peter Stowmore, Zion Brodnicks, and the director is J.J. Perry. And it's rated R for pirates.
But it's pretty good. It's basically like it's a society, and some people are linking it to the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter kind of movie, but they're not directly saying
Wasn't
it.
that like a nonsensical, like not so good movie?
No, it has a cult an underground following.
He swears.
Yes. You just
But,
said it, bro.
but
Keyword cult like following.
But on Netflix,
Underground.
this one they
Uh-huh.
gave a budget for this director, and they made this movie where it's in the present day in California, and this
Right.
guy is Jamie Foxx is a pool cleaner, right? This is his day shift job. He works as a pool cleaner. This is how he feeds his family. But low key,
Right.
what he doesn't say to his family is that he's a vampire hunter, and he gets paid for taking out vampires and selling their fangs for the highest money. That's what the economy for the vampire hunters is. Sell their fangs for cash. And turns out
Thanks for cash. Awesome catchphrase. Yes.
And turns out that the main character is banned from the union, which quote unquote Abraham Lincoln started. And there's a lot of posters when he's walking into the secret society that there's a lot of like memorabilia or stuff from the first movie, but in the future, now in the present. And this character unfortunately took out at the beginning of the movie one of an elder vampire, which was associated with or related to a big baddie from the movie. Baddie in all the senses that you and I like, Alan, Josue.
Oh, hey now.
Yes, you should see the movie. If you got Netflix, it's a good movie.
Day Shift?
It's not like heavy plot or anything like that. It's just a good movie. I really appreciate it. It made me laugh.
I'm not subscribed to Netflix, bro.
I'm like, I don't subscribe to that to vampires. I thought you were gonna say.
No, I mean, it probably is a good movie or show, but I just don't have Netflix.
Yeah, and it's obviously in English dubbed. I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. It's the original language, right? It came in. No, but I mean, what's it called? I don't know about you guys. Have you guys finished watching Stranger Things?
That implies I ever started.
Well, that's the thing, because I've never started, nor have I ever finished it because I've never started.
Amen.
That's why I ask. Yeah,
I only caught glimpses on social media and side because of family members watching it.
Well, yeah, no one in my immediate family watches it, so I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you that I know anything about it besides that
social media. Yeah.
Yeah, besides it's very popular, or used to be very popular when it was airing.
It came back again the end of last year, was it? Or was it this year?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
I don't know.
But there was a lot of musical memorabilia that's around on the internet because of that. And that's
oh, really?
More power to them.
Yeah. I mean, again, anything that's been on Netflix, that's not, I guess you can say, anime related to a certain extent. Because even I think Netflix is the one that did the Squid Games, right? Originally.
Yes? Yeah. Question mark?
No.
Yes.
They are,
yeah, because they bought the rights to make it, right?
State.
Right. Because originally it was the screenwrite was originally a South Korean screenwrite that no one picked up, but I think Netflix took a shot.
How they spend all that money? Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
They gave them a budget. The budget wasn't anything crazy, but they made do, and apparently it became a hit. And what's it called? Yeah, so things like that. I get the information because it's interesting to me, the backstory. But I haven't watched a single episode of Squid Games or anything like that.
You can watch the Mr. Beast version of it.
Oh, that's true. I mean, but again, I'm not for nothing, and no shade to Mr. Beast, but I'm not that I'm not a fan of his, in the sense of I don't think what he does is cool or nothing. I don't think that way, right? I think what he does is really cool and really, catchy or whatnot. But it just so happens I don't subscribe to him. I'm not subscribed to him. I don't really watch
metaphorically
his videos.
And literally don't subscribe to him.
Yeah, but I think what he does is really awesome. I know he's a charitable guy, and I think that's super dope. I think that's awesome. But again, I don't know.
No shade, Tom. No shade.
Yeah, of course. But I'm more of I'm gonna sit down and probably watch what's it called, Graham Stephan, and listen to him about how he does finances, right? Or
do you watch his live streams of Mr. Stephan?
He doesn't really live stream. He has set videos.
Okay.
I'll watch Andre Jick or even Joseph Carlson for things like that. I'll even listen to a Peter Schiff for things like that. And I know for some people it's boring and stuff, but I think there's something to be said to get these different points of view, like a George Gavin or something like that, or Robert Kiyosaki, to listen to those point of view to get a more well-rounded vision of what's happening around in finance. When it comes to entertainment though, not for nothing, bro, I don't know about you guys, but I like watching things like that, Valuetainment, when Patrick Bet-David has an awesome someone that I don't really know much about comes on to the podcast or the show, starts breaking down things that could be politics.
What's
could be
Valuetainment to start with? Is that an actual word?
Yeah. It's an actual. It's a company. It's run by. It's a YouTube channel actually. It's called Valuetainment, and it's run by Patrick Bet-David.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
I thought you were did it on your own, you came up with it. No, but it's actual podcast. Dang.
No. But yeah, no. But that's things that I'll watch that I find entertaining. So he has pretty good guests. One day he'll be interviewing a mob boss, an ex-mob boss from one of the New York families, and then the next day he'll be talking to somebody that has totally different thing about finance or something about religion or something about
Business.
something
They're both running their own businesses. You know, the mob and the economists.
Sometimes he'll be talking to a UFC fighter, or he'll be talking to some sort of coach for like the Red Sox, or for an ex-military or CIA or FBI agent or something like of that nature, something like that. And I find it really entertaining. So
has he had Mr. Ramsey on?
Which Ramsey?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay? No. Like, I'll watch Gordon Ramsay. Like, I'll watch when he does his little, how to make 5 different pasta dishes in less than 12 minutes and something like that. And I think it's really entertaining. I find it very entertaining.
I can't wait until there's an anime of Mr. Ramsay and his exploits.
You imagine, dude, like throwing plates at people, like, this is absolute rubbish here.
I mean, like, anime does have an asphyxiation with them
sauce
with British culture.
That's true.
The lamb sauce?
This is rubbish, garbage.
Well,
I spit on this.
Like, where do you think you're going? Let's go talk to you. I think it's hilarious because he'd be like busting people's chops and stuff. That's hilarious.
And their lamb chop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm
He's
thinking,
like, this is inedible. This is rubbish, I say.
but sir, I did it medium
He
well.
cuts it open. He's like, it's very bland, very undercooked.
I added salt, sir.
I added salsa. That's hilarious.
Like, you need more than just salt, and he just looks at him, grabbing his shoulders. More than salt, and then it cuts to a news report. Gordon Ramsay gets arrested for personal assault.
Dude, I don't know about you guys.
That with Gordon Ramsay, it's always like it's either really good or really bad. It's never like it's decent.
Yeah,
I think that's for the shock value.
That's the point. Yeah.
Yeah, because look, I don't know about you guys, but like I'll even like watching, and I don't know if you guys have seen his, I guess you could say his boss, the one that that he worked under. No, he worked under. His name is Marco Pierre White. Yeah, basically, Marco Pierre White used to be like, that guy was crazy, dude. Like, if you see some of his videos, like when he was young and he was working in France and had his own restaurant, dude, my man, I think one of the story goes that Marco Pierre White made Gordon Ramsay's cry, and that was like one of the stories. That was his trauma. Yeah, no, because like he was very much about like
he was a flower boy.
He was very much about getting perfection on the plate, because like he really, like,
what's his name?
Marco Pierre White. Yeah. Like, he, like, between Marco Pierre White, Joel Robuchon, and like Gordon Ramsay, like, these people are like very, very passionate about what they do, and it comes off as like they're being dicks to people. Like, when they're in the kitchen, they'll be throwing plates and whatnot, and it's a very classical French way of doing things, right? Like, it's like I'm the king of the kitchen. You do what I say, and if I don't like what you how you're doing or going about what I tell you how to do, it's like there's gonna be heads flying, bro. And
so they have a niche where they're obligated to stay versus do they have a good customer service? That's the question.
No, I'm pretty sure a lot of people could care less about what's going on in the kitchen as long as you're presenting perfection on a plate. They're willing to sit there and pay whatever the price is.
That's the thing.
Yeah, of course.
They're the customer.
I mean, yeah, and it's like in anything, like when there's, it's a time sensitive, time under pressure type of situation when you have to bang out like a 6-7 course meal out. Everything is intricately made with like everything having a derivative sauce made just exactly perfect and seasoned. Because you go to one of these like Michelin star restaurants, there is no salt. You were going to say joints, there is no salt and pepper shakers on your table. Everything is already perfectly seasoned for you. This is the reason why it's like you're literally eating, the amalgamation and reflection and what the inspiration is of the chef, translated on a plate.
Imagine
And there is no, you need a little extra sauce, a little extra salt, a little extra pepper. No,
got any extra
that, no such thing. No such thing.
They'll
It's
kick you
perfect.
out.
Yeah, it's perfect the way I made it, because this is how it's supposed to taste, because that's how I imagined it. And
My taste buds are different, sir. I don't
it's a
care about
level-
your taste buds.
it's a level of ego, obviously, but I mean, that is art, right? That is their art.
Yeah.
And it's an art that
is, yeah.
it's an art that you can actually, use all your five senses to actually,
Imagine it's just
enjoy.
it's a little bit cold, sir. That's supposed to be that way.
It's a gazpacho, you bastard.
This salad is too bland. It's a salad.
Basically.
But yeah,
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember a story from. I don't know if you remember Mario Batali. I think his name was the Italian chef with the Crocs that would walk around.
Onion.
Oh yeah.
The one that kind of like ran away and escaped to like Europe or Africa or somewhere because he got, I guess, blamed or accused of sexually harassing someone. And he kind of just like dropped everything he was doing before. And then he kind of like skipped town. And I don't know if he ever came back to the States or whatnot. But he had a Marco Pierre White story where he was doing, I think, an internship, if I'm not mistaken, or some sort of work for Marco Pierre White. And Marco Pierre White said, "Oh, you have to make a risotto for me, so for whatever the thing that he had to do, right?" So he made a risotto. He gave it to him. Marco Pierre White tasted it, and he threw the plate with the risotto in it across the kitchen to the wall. He's like, "That's absolute crap. Make it again." And he's like, "Well, I made it perfect." So yeah. So he made it again. He's like, and Barbatali say, "Yo, what is his problem? Like, I made it perfect. Like, I had the rice, the broth, like it was perfectly mantecato, like a risotto should be." And I go and I present it to him, "Chef, please taste it again." He threw it again. He said, "This is crap." I got so, and Mario says, I got so fed up after he did that. He's like, he doesn't even know what a risotto should taste like. He doesn't even know the consistency. So he got like really upset because it's like
some hot sauce in the next one.
No, because obviously Marco Pierre White is a classically French trained chef, right?
Yeah.
And Mario is a classically Italian trained chef, and there's overlap with certain overlap with certain techniques and certain ways of doing certain things, but sometimes it's like it's a little difficult to be on the same page with certain things. So he got fed up, and he's like, and I before I left, like I kind of quit on the spot, and before I left, I grabbed 2 big handfuls of salt and I put it into one of the mother sauces in the big pot, and then I just left. And that's my Marco Pierre White story. That's what he said, dude. I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
I'm just saying, look, make the third risotto, but add a little bit of extra hot sauce there. Just here you go. You taste it along to see it doesn't taste. It doesn't. You're burning up your head like no, it's all good, sir. It's all good, sir. And like the French.
So the chef named the chef of the century, Joël Robuchon. That was another crazy kook of a chef, and R.I.P. to that man. But he basically was, I guess, hence the reason why he was named the chef of the century, because he brought so much, or he basically introduced like the next generation of like culinary prowess, of like greatness in the French culinary world. Like, this guy was, my man was packing the heat with the technique. The palate was on point. Like, he had a chain of restaurants with his name of Joël Robuchon, and he was one of the, if not one of the greatest chefs, French chefs out there that really like honed his craftsmanship to a point where it was a real pleasure to eat at his restaurant. but obviously he was a hard ass when he was in the kitchen. Like he would, like there was no days apparently from the stories that were told that plates weren't flying, people were getting cussed
Was there
out.
a budget for this for broken plates? Literally,
I'm pretty sure they have a budget for that, but again, it's like, I guess in certain chefs' minds, it's like, what's the worth of a plate if whatever I'm putting out there isn't up to my standard? You know,
I'm just saying,
it's
like there's a budget for food, for raw food, logistics for food, and for hardware. But if you're breaking it,
well, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure chefs get to a point where it's like they're only giving you 1 or 2 chances before they fire you,
or their business busts because even though they have the highest standards, like it's just logistically it's not sustainable.
Well, if that were the case, then we would see more high-end restaurants going bust. But that's not the case.
There probably is though.
No, it's more of the lower end restaurants that go bust a lot quicker. Especially,
you think it's marketing that they know their guys and they go, okay, market me up here with the high guys so that I can stay afloat.
Well, the reason because you don't see so many high end restaurants go bust is because of the reason that they have more than one investor in the actual restaurant. That's why they're able to play around with a bigger budget than just one person.
They're not even the boss of their own restaurant. They're not the main money bringer of their own restaurant. They have patrons, if you will.
No. Like say there's a group of 2 or 3 or even 5 restaurateurs that want to invest in one location or they just want a restaurant and they hire the chef and they have an idea or a vision of how they want to go about their restaurant. And everybody kind of pitches in a certain amount of money, whether it be equal parts or whether someone puts down more money than the other. They have more say, obviously, but it really depends on how you go about it. But usually these people these investors in the restaurant, they're literally running a business. So
I thought it was the chef that owned the business. My bad.
There's restaurateurs that are chefs, that could be chefs. That Marco Pierre White owns his own restaurant. That's why he was very, precise about how he wanted things to go in his own restaurant. Where
he knew the place,
where there's people that are hired chefs, that are executive chefs, that basically are not the ones that own the restaurant, but they're hired to be the person that puts out greatness on the table, and is held to a higher standard. And in that sense, he holds everyone in his kitchen to higher standards, because literally that is a reflection of him and his team in the back of the house that's going on that plate. And if poop is coming out on your plate and being served to you, it's only a reflection of who and what they're making in the back. So that's why people are very particular about who works with whom in the kitchen. Like that's
at that
why
point, it's like art. It's art at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, you can make a sandwich or something. No, you can make something that has all the nutrients balanced. It's not raw. It's just not raw. It doesn't have what's the thing with chicken that you have to worry about when it's not properly cooked?
The temperature danger zone.
Yeah, but what's some of the disease or the illness you can get?
Salmonella, you mean?
Yeah, you don't cook it, you don't undercook it, so there's no salmonella, and you get all your nutrients, your proteins, your carbs, your what else? Proteins, carbs, and calories, right? And all those, you get that. But then there's a higher level where these guys play at, where they're like, okay, you're not coming in only to get your calorie intake or your micros and macros. You're coming in for the entire experience of the place you're sitting, the music, everything. It's a sensory experience versus just being, basic getting your intake. That's what doesn't click in my head. And there's a back end with investors, like you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, from ambiance to
like OnlyFans.
I don't know if those two are on the same, wavelength, but more than anything else, from the ambiance to the actual seating arrangements to the food that you're eating at the restaurant, like it's all part of the show. Mm-hmm. It's all part of the art, and one thing is going to reflect the other one's going to elevate the other to an extent where when they bring out the bill and you have to pay
X amount. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're more than willing or more than happy to do it because it's like you went through an experience.
Like
and
a movie.
It's like, right, from start to finish, it was an experience, and every detail, every nuance is, just captured, and you're more than happy to pay for that. And, a lot of people like that. There's some people that don't. Some people that can appreciate that art. There's some people that can't, or that don't like that art, right? So to each their own. But a big
that's an eye opener for me, man. That's an eye
big
opener.
proponent. Yeah, a big proponent for these restaurants
Because like
that are that are higher end. Usually tends to have a financial backer or financial backers that will facilitate the budget. So that's why you don't see many of these higher end places going bust, because there's people that are putting down money for that.
Versus a McDonald's, if you will. Like freaking McDonald's.
Yeah, because that's a franchise owner, right? So everything is taken care of. All you have to do is put the initial down payment, and everything else, like you don't have to come up with recipes. You don't have to really come up with a network of getting product to your restaurant. All you have to do is hire the people, train them, and because you went to McDonald University, you essentially have
McDU.
You have one of the best educations for franchising and running a business possible. So it really is a no-brainer when you're doing franchises. No, it really is. I mean, one of the better ones I would say that you can probably see, it's the one of the least amount of startup money that you might need is, I think, Subway, if I'm not mistaken. Subway, and then possibly something like a Domino's. Like those are like on the less expensive franchise, on the less expensive end of franchises you can start, and then the higher end ones would be something like a McDonald's, something like a BK, something like a Wendy's.
The Wendy's.
Yeah, those are more expensive to open up because you are usually told to go through the university for McDonald's, and everybody has their own way of training you to be the best representative of that franchise or that company. That there's people that own multiple franchises. I think here where we are around, there's like multiple, and I'll switch it up. There's multiple Dunkin' Donuts that are owned by one franchise owner, and I think they have like 3, if I'm not mistaken, 3 franchises of Dunkin' Donuts in and around the local area that we live in. So yeah, just goes to show you.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, what do you think, Osman?
He's like, I think I gotta
chicken
go.
nuggets. Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap things up.
Wrap it up.
Okay, Alan,
Cool,
if you will,
cool.
please sign us out.
Yes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, thank you once again for hanging out with us, listening to LTS podcast. And we bid you adieu, as Xiomara said earlier. And shout outs to her. Her socials will be down in our show notes and comment section. Yes, sir. And don't forget to follow us on our social media as well: Twitter, Instagram,
YouTube,
LTS podcast, YouTube. And definitely show us some love. Reach out to us. Reach out to us if you have any comments or anything else or questions, and we'll be more than happy to get at you through there. Again, we're LTS podcast. Marcos, Josue, thank you. Please say goodbye to the good, lovely people.
Stay frosty, guys.
I bid you adieu.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Peace.
See you later.
Bye.